Hey there friend, do you want to come for a walk with me around my Northern Beaches garden? I will also be setting up a new watering system in my vegetable garden and planting some new plants with my kids, chickens and dog all trying to help.
Join this mama as I keep things real.
This section of the garden was just grass when we moved in, so we created a native garden. And then in our deck space where it was just wooden decking, we added a succulent garden because it had high sun area. And then of course we needed a vegetable garden, which is an ongoing work in progress.
So now that the automatic watering system is semi set up, we need to get the timer on, but that's another story. I'm ready to plant out this garden. This is a self-seeded plant and I'm not sure what it is. At first I was thinking it was cucumber or zucchini, but now that I've looked at the cucumber and zucchini leaves at Flower Power, I'm not sure, and it's quite furry to touch. We'll see. Hey girls. The misting system's working really well through this netting. I was concerned that we'd lose a fair bit, but it's working much better. So there's a little bit of adjusting to do. So I'm getting ready to set up the Hose Link 15 meter misting kit with directional heads, what I keep calling my new vegetable garden, but I've had it for 2 years now, so it's about time to set it up properly. So this kit comes with the 15 meter PVC hose, which is this thing right here, a Hose Link accessory connector, I'm guessing that might be this, 7 pass-through misting nozzles, which have to be these things here. So that's the misting nozzle. There's an end misting nozzle. It's this one here. Found that too easily. Yeah, it's got a stopper on the end. The instructions say to lay out the hose where it'll be required. I'm going to do that tomorrow morning because I'm a bit anxious about cutting this and not knowing what I'm doing, and I'm tired. So I'm not going to cut into this right now. But I think what I can do is just start the basic steps. It says to get the black hose end, which has got to be this, and to remove the grey cap. And placing the grey cap over the hose. And then sticking this bit in here. So now that that's firmly on place, this bit just goes onto there so that valve goes through. And then first thing in the morning, I will take this out, clip it onto my timer nozzle and measure it out. I'm also going to try and get it underneath and through the protective frame, so I'm going to need a bit of brain power. So I'm going to start by attaching the nozzle onto the automatic watering system that I've got here. Ideally lock it into place. And the girl's saying, "Good morning, Laura." Oh, thank you, my darling. Oh, you're going to peck my fingers. Can you maybe give them a treat or something at that end to distract them so that they're not pecking at this while I'm trying to do it? No pecking. No pecking. It just in my... No! 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 It's not helpful. No, no. I'm working with kids and animals. Stop it. Go and eat your treats. Now, here comes the stressful part. I'm going to cut the hose. Some trusty kitchen scissors. Oh, that worked okay. Crushed it a little bit. I'm not sure if it did that detail in the instructions. It probably did. I haven't read them again this morning. Attach it on the fence. And I'll just do that another 20 times. I really need to speed this up to be getting ready to take the kids to school and go to the office. Where the clips would be better too because they're more adjustable obviously. Once the cable ties are on, they are single use. Now I'm thinking this is probably where I'm going to put the green frame, the netting, so then this will have to come back down here. So this vegetable garden is completely custom, which means that nothing of standard sizes fits and works here. So I need to head off to the office. And these good chicken friends of mine who've only just started laying eggs have slowed the process down a little bit, and having to go and get the cable ties instead of the clips did. Everything always takes longer than I think it does too. I've installed these few nozzles, and then it's good that I did think to put this frame in first because the original thought was that I'd run it up across the top, forgetting that there's not a top frame. So the short-term solution is to probably go backwards and forwards, putting a mister on there. And then this is probably, I don't know, about a 40 centimetre span. I'll have to check that. And probably just another mister there and then see if it gets wet enough or if I need to cut in and put some more in. But it should be easy to add some more hose if I need to do that. All right, it's one incomplete project. Head off to the office and see if I can finish it later. Bye girls, have a good day. Okay.
Anyways. Hi.
So going back a step. Originally I was going to take the hose underneath this green frame, but there isn't structure in here. So you will have to keep it. I think. Oh, I need the scissors. Can you go grab the scissors for me, please, baby girl?
Scissors? Yeah.
Scissors, please. Let's check the length. Check the length.
Hey. I'm back, and now I've got a mic, and I've got
Scissors. Thank you. Okay. If I do that, it's probably going to need a turny bit, and I'm trying to avoid the turny bit. So that doesn't look great, but I think I'm just going to settle for that. Because done is better than perfect. That has to be my new motto, doesn't it?
Yeah. So,
Snip,
making it. Oop, snippity dip.
snip-a-dip.
Snip dip.
Have you girls done any plumbing before?
No,
Have you not?
not that I think. Not
Probably
that I know
like
of.
just watched your dad do plumbing stuff.
Yeah.
This is pretty basic.
Very basic plumbing.
Pretty basic.
Pretty
And I
basic.
think this bit should be small enough that I can actually use these clips on, whereas the chicken run bars are too thick. That's why I'm using the cable ties. But these clips are really good because you can just adjust them
Yeah.
and not create waste.
So is this the irrigation
Sustainability.
system? Oh,
This
hello.
is the irrigation system. So it'll be automatic watering for the
Yeah.
vegetable garden. So you know how at the old house we had this misting system
Yeah.
and then we had the timer on?
Yes.
So I'll connect that up as well. Like that maybe.
Hello. Yeah, I'm just gonna give the chickens like a worm. You guys want to eat the worms?
I think since we're getting 2 eggs a day, I'm assuming that maybe 2 chickens are laying and one's not yet. What do you think?
Yeah, perfectly.
Which ones do you put your money on?
I don't know.
And it's weird that we haven't heard the chicken laying eggs song. They're not like our old chickens that'd be like, we'd hear them singing and be like, oh, we've got eggs. When did they start laying?
When we went on the holidays, so
About the first week of October? They took their time, didn't they?
ready?
What's this trick?
I head to States.
Is this your chicken gimbal trick? I'm not sure that she's loving it.
Yeah, I don't feel like it very much.
Well, hey girl. You know what the trick is to gardening lots? Painting your fingers black so no one can see that your nails are dirty.
I did get shit on my shirt.
You got shit on your shirt? How did that happen? I've maybe been a little bit too optimistic with the nozzles. I think I'm getting a bit short on the nozzles. Might do it this one as a twisty option as well. So sometimes it'll be watering the citrus and sometimes we'll be watering the veggies. Anyway, it's a good job that I spread those out further because this is the last nozzle I've got. That was not great measuring, was it, girls? And why was it not great measuring? Because I didn't measure. Ha ha ha. No, I don't measure. If I want something measured, then I ask Mark to do for me. Okay, so this is essentially done with a couple of minutes before work and a couple of minutes after work. And the end piece. Good girl. Yes. Don't do it. I think I managed to put the cable tie on the wrong way then. Did I not put it in Ziploc mode? No. Cable tie is not in Ziploc mode. Okay. So with a couple of minutes before work and a couple of minutes after work, I have the hose link installed in this spray system. That was a pretty easy job, and there's a bit of hose left, so might put that to use in my next vegetable garden. It's got the misting system set up. And I've gone and purchased some plants so that we don't have dead soil. This is what $98 spent at Flower Power looks like, and that's with getting these 3 flowers off the almost dead rack. So the yellow was $3 and the pink was $1 a pot, which is a pretty good find, so fingers crossed they stay alive. And I've got a mixture of herbs, vegetables, and some marigolds, which are a flower but also put nutrients back into the soil, and some cucumbers and zucchinis. Got a self-seeded plant in the garden and I wasn't sure if it was a cucumber or a zucchini, but I've deliberately gone and bought cucumbers and zucchini so we know what we're dealing with. And we can see that the cucumber has got a pointed tip at the leaf, and that's what this thing has here. Got some self-seeding cucumber, more than likely from the compost bin or the worm farm. And zucchini, more of a rounded leaf. Okay girls, should we zip this up and try and keep any pesky visitors out for the night? While we're out here, I'll show you something that I just quickly did this morning on a whim. So the worm farm's getting a little bit full, so I decided to make an in the garden worm farm. This little potting tray came in handy. It was just in the right spot at the right time to become a cover for an in-ground worm farm compost bin. So this is just a pot with some holes on the bottom. I've put our coffee grinds and tea bags in here and threw some worms from the compost bin in. Ideally this would be made out of chicken mesh or something so it was more permeable, but I just used what I had around the place. I could have also drilled some holes in, but I just needed to get this project done quickly. So, in-ground composting for the win. I'm trying to do everything I can to put nutrients in this soil. It's cooled down. Let's plant all these out. It's lucky that I put all these in this frame last night because something came through and created a bit of havoc. I'm going to place these marigolds around the tomato frames because they're really great companion plants. Did you girls know that marigolds are really good to stop the tomato nematode? Yeah, they're a great companion plant with tomatoes. Put these labels in so everyone knows what's what. If we look in here, I've already been hit up by something. So those 2 lettuces are gone and the basil's been severely hit. And that's why I used to always do multiple plantings, plant more than what you need. And then that way you've got some to share with the cheeky critters. Yeah, I've got some spinach and some rainbow silver beet. The rainbow silver beet will probably get quite high. In the past my chickens have absolutely loved rainbow silver beet, and so have we. I'm thinking I might spread some coffee grounds around these to try and scare anything off. And when all of these are planted in, I'm going to give them a nice soaking in with worm tea. Olivia was asking me this morning if we're already in summer. It's a bit confusing. It's October, which is technically spring. But yesterday, I think it was like 34 degrees or something stupid like that. Today it's back down to a comfortable 24, but we're expecting some more 30-degree days through the week, so the temperature's dropping all over the place. So the automatic watering system that's locked into the weather report. Should really come into its own this week. What are you checking out, Froggy? Two of my favourite herbs that love being planted together, thyme and rosemary. They make every spag bowl amazing, and they love, as I said, being planted together, just a good companion plant. I'm going to put this thyme nice and close to the edge so it'll trail over, and then the rosemary I'll put a bit more towards the back because it is going to get taller, so I don't want it overshadowing everything. There used to be a very, very, very established rosemary plant next to my old chicken run, and it helps keep all the bad insects away from the vegetable garden and from the chickens. So hopefully eventually we'll get a nice happy healthy ecosystem working here. But it does take time, especially to do it organically. The soil is slowly getting healthier. I keep putting worm tea and worm castings in here. Nicely backfill in there. Two cucumber plants should provide the family with enough cucumbers and then some to share. So over in this patch where I don't have any cover, I'm going to plant some more marigolds along where I'm going to have some more tomatoes, and we've got some self-seeded tomatoes here which I'll leave. They're normally the strongest tomatoes. There weren't any tiny tomatoes at Flower Power. A bit of a disappointment. I haven't had much luck with standard sized tomatoes, so I gave up growing them years and years ago. And it kind of works well because my family and I all prefer to eat the tiny tomatoes anyway. I will need to get some of those going, starting from seed, which I should have done in September. Do you girls like these little critters? Woo! I'd say that's a yes. And a fun trick that you can do with tomatoes is plant them deeper when you transplant them. Makes them stronger. Beautiful gardening buddy. How you doing, Pyro? You feeling a bit doofy with the silly haircut Mummy gave you? Yeah, it'll grow back, buddy. It should be a very colourful little flower pot for all the bees and butterflies, shouldn't it? Hopefully, and then they'll come and pollinate everything. soil here is looking pretty nice and rich. For this bed anyway, it's a nice change. It's nice to see the slow, steady improvement, even though it is slow. I need to keep reminding myself that when I set up my old vegetable garden, the first time I didn't have children, and the second time I wasn't working full time. I just need to give myself a bit of grace. Now it's time to use the trusty old worm tea to give everything a good fertilising and watering in. There's self-seeded tomatoes and chives, a Elysium carpet of snow. Job done!